Hello YouTube, it's CJ here, and I'm going to start, let's see, this will be number 10 of the 30 Paintings in 30 Days challenge that Gina Ahrens has over on Facebook. This is actually, I guess you could say, take 3, since the first time the dog kept barking non-stop. The second time, I had the phone continually ring, so I'm not after perfection. This is all just supposed to be fun, but my goodness gracious. So, we'll see if the third time's a charm. So, let's see. Today, I was thinking about back when I was teaching, and basically, at that time period, some of the lesson plans I did, I had a lot of different grades, but at that time period, what I did was start the kids off with some type of drawing project, and then we would turn around and make it into something 3D, generally using something like clay or something like that. And this is a project that every year the kids dearly, dearly loved, and I didn't limit it to just the upper grades. All of the grades just really look forward to doing it. So we'll go ahead and get started with this. These are what I call sugar skulls, and basically you just start with a skull and you go ahead and add some beautiful decorations to it. Colors, sometimes they add gems, sometimes real flowers, and I want to say the Hispanic culture is the one that really presented this to me, simply because I worked in a school that was 90% Hispanic, and every year the kids would come in and they'd say, "Oh, Miss Plum, we'd really like to go ahead and do sugar skulls." And I said, "Well, let me do some research on it and we'll see what we can do." Well, the first year that we did the sugar skulls, oh my goodness gracious, you would have thought that I had given those kids gold, because they were just really super beside themselves. Okay. Like I said, what I would do is I'd have the kids start simply by making a drawing. In this case, we would study the skull first. In my art classes, it was never a case of, okay, we're going to draw a straight line and we're going to turn this into a curve, and it was never that way. Although we did have a little bit of testing, which was required by the state at the time. But I would go ahead and talk about the skull, the actual shape of it, how that when you're a baby there's soft spots and that type of thing, and then as you grow older it gets so that the skull becomes a solid piece. So it was a really good learning experience, I think. And I think the kids really enjoyed it. One of those times when I look back and I can really smile, because I know the kids were really enjoying themselves. And that's what life should be about. Shouldn't be a lot of stress and all that kind of hard stuff that goes on in life. But unfortunately, sometimes we've got to take the bad and then try to turn it into something good. I had someone ask me the other day, "What kind of paint are you using? Are you using watercolor?" And I said, "No, this is acrylic. I like the ability to be able to thin it out like a watercolor, or be able to have it thick and full body, which acrylic is nice for, and it really holds its color." I do a lot of drawing that way. I'm not much into trying to draw it out with a pencil first. Although most of you that know me, I'm not real worried about perfection. You know, none of us are perfect. I don't worry about it, and just go on with life. So, and we learn from our mistakes too, so I think that's wonderful. Okay. As you can see, I've done this a few times. I used to have kind of a journal-like thing of the different sugar skulls that we did in the class. I may have to look that up, see if I've got that in my storage unit somewhere. That was really a lot of fun. And I know the kids really enjoyed it. So, basically we have the shape of the skull going on here. I'm just going to add a little shadow for dimension. And then, like I said, once the kids did their drawings and they got to the point where they were really excited and wanted to do more, which they always did. I shouldn't say wanted to do more, because that was never a case of not wanting to do more in my class. I guess one of the things was trying to calm them down to decide what we wanted to do next. But anyway, from the drawings, what we did was we went into doing three-dimensional, and every year we would do generally just one clay project per class, because that was really about all we could afford. Okay, looking pretty decent. Let's see here. I have this brush that keeps falling apart. One of the videos I made recently, the silly thing, just losing layers of paint all over the place. Okay, I think that's good on there. Go ahead and add some color. And you can see these things can really be addictive. The sugar skull is something I think is a lot of fun, and I'm all about fun. I don't want to do anything that's going to cause me heartache or anybody else. And we'll see how long this film goes. I may have to go ahead and speed it up. My old camera, it's hanging in there, barely. I have to have it taped up in places, but that's okay. But doing fancy things like anything where I want to speed it up or add music, it can really be a challenge, because even though I've got the program where I can go to, like, oh, I don't know what it is, something on movie makers or something like that. My camera doesn't seem to like that particular way of doing it, so sometimes I have to kind of play with it to get it to cooperate. Let's see what time we've got here. Oh goodness, I'm going to have to hurry. Okay, from here I think I'm just going to stay quiet, because I'll probably have to speed this up to get it onto YouTube. So, hang on for the ride. Here we go.